right, welcome to another live. And this time we're going to talk about a little bit about audio. And this one specifically, we're going to dive right into it. It's called Three Audio Fixes Every Premiere Pro Editor Should Use. Right now, I know that there's Audition, a different program, and honestly, with the time and with the, I would say, yeah, with the time and depending on the project, um, I'll actually go in there, and if it's really, really bad audio, I'll use that to fix it. But if you want to stay right in Premiere Pro, you don't have to go anywhere. You can stay in the program and still get fantastic audio and recover, especially with the new updates that's have been rolling out as of recently. Okay, so we're gonna roll along with that, and let's begin. So, as you all know, good video can survive. Let's put it like this: good video can survive bad visuals, but it can't survive is bad audio. So I'm going to show you the three audio tools in Premiere Pro, and these are my favorite that I use all the time and that instantly make your sound clean, smooth, and professional. Um, Bad audio makes good edits feel cheap, and these three fixes solve that super fast. Okay, so we're going to start with tip number one. Okay, and it's one of my most used audio effects, and it's called constant power. Now, the purpose for it is to smooth out harsh dialogue cuts and audio jumps. So if you've ever had different, you'll see these a lot in interviews and vlogs. When you're changing different scenarios or when you're cutting up in interviews, one section all the way to the other section, but they just fit together. If you listen closely, you'll hear differences in the audio. Now let's jump into this clip that I have set for you guys, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So I actually recorded this part of my vlog, and both of these are, the audio is absolutely terrible. So I'm actually I've fixed it somewhat. So I'm actually going to take that off, and I'm going to take this one off as well. And this is what it sounds like. So it's very, very minimal, right? Something with the camera. I think while I was moving it, because I was switching lenses and moved from a different camera, I was using a different microphone, and then I left this audio very, very low. So what I'm going to do is, just for the sake of right now, let's put it as just regular dialogue, and I'm going to do a balanced low tone, and I'll do the same for this guy right here, the second clip. So clean up noisy dial. Well, actually, no. Balance low tone. Let's leave it the same. And I want you to take a listen at it.
Morning, and then super excited. The best part.
So it's like
and super excited. The best part.
It's two different,
And super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part stuff in the morning, and then super excited.
So it's almost like it's obviously in two different rooms. So this is what it sounds like.
Social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part.
So you hear that discrepancy, right? So what I like to do with this is the constant power. Now you could actually do it go to the effects panel and look for it there. But what I'm going to do is show you the smooth crossfade. Okay. So the shortcut is specifically for Mac, Shift Command D. Actually, let me scratch that. Let's make sure all the clips that you want affected are highlighted. So Shift Command D, and then you'll see these pop up right here in the middle, right? So it'll give you one from the beginning and one in the middle and towards the end. Now we'll focus on the one in the middle. So what it'll do as soon as you do it is what it sounds like.
Stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part.
It'll almost take the beginning of the next clip and put it on kind of the one right before it. So what'll happen with the dialogue cuts is that sometimes it'll just start talking the second clip in the previous clip. So we don't want that. So what we're going to kind of do is kind of fix that so that way it just sounds straight through. And this is what it sounds like.
And then super excited. The best part is to.
Now, what I will do is I'll use the enhance on the enhanced speech. And this is one of those AI features that is fantastic because, terrible audio is terrible audio. So this is what it sounds like.
Do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part you get to head home.
And there you go. So you always want to have in your clips in the beginning, especially intertwining two different clips. And then towards the end, you want to have kind of that crossfade. And you could always set it up as your default transition. You could right click it on that. Or you could go right here to the effects panel, click on it, and it'll tell you what alignment, the fade shape, if you want linear or a cosine, and the fade value, and then tweak it that way. So,
and super excited. The best.
I want to expand it because I want you guys to listen with it. Here we go.
And then
let's start from the
media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow.
All right. So you want that to be the crossfade. So this is probably my most used audio effect, and you always want to adjust the length for the natural pacing. Okay, so constant power, it hides your edits. So even if you had different spatial background sound, it doesn't matter. If you cut dialogue without it, your audience hears the edit, and you don't want to hear that. You want everything to be even distributed, just like we do in the color, how we want everything color corrected first, and then we could globally adjust it so everything looks the same. We want the same thing to happen with the audio. Dynamite. All right, let's move along. So if your audio cuts sound like a hiccup, constant power is the cure. Now, tip number 2, the low pass filter. Now, if you've ever had this problem, and I don't want to it to sound too loud, but you ever had audio, especially for this vlog type right here that I have, we'll put some audio behind it, and this is what'll happen.
Just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the.
So you could hear the audio of me talking, but it's fighting against the music. So the purpose of the low pass filter is to clean up music under the dialogue and reduce the harsh highs, right? There's also high pass, and that's a different one, but this is the one that I use a lot for the music, especially when I'm trying to balance the audio. So you want to apply the low pass to the music track. You go to the effects panel, and it will type in low pass, and then we'll apply it to the music track, and this is what it'll sound like. And again, you could always kind of tweak this a little bit. You could do the cutoff to like 2-4 KZs, so the vocals sit clean on top, or you could roll a little more during emotional or cinematic moments. But we'll just kind of leave it default like it is right here, and this is what it sounds like.
Last thing, we're just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part you get to head home.
Now, notice that. Now let's notice the difference one more time. Let's undo that, and this is what'll happen.
Social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is.
And then let's apply the low pass.
We're just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the party.
Right. And you could always bring down the track volume because this is in track number 2. So let's say, for example, you have
morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part you get to head home.
Let's do it again.
So we're just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part you get to head home.
So you can still hear the music, and there's nothing fighting against your audio. If we can't hear what you're saying, then your music should support the voice, not compete with it. We don't want it fighting. We want to hear what you're saying, right? But we also want to hear that the awesome music in the background, right? So clean mixes aren't louder. It's not about the volume. They're clearer. We want to hear what you have to say, all right? So we're going to keep it super simple. You could always kind of tweak it on the effect control panel, but you kind of want to have that, you want to adapt it to how you want it to sound. Hold on, I think I'm going to see. Sorry about that. That's streaming live for you. All right, cool. Now we're going to go to number 3. And number 3 is the dynamics compressor. Okay, so the purpose of this is to more consistent in volumes. So if you're adjusting for the chub too high, then it's going to sound speaking on of the volume of the vocals is going to sound very, really low. You can't even hear it. So to offset this, we're going to use the dynamics compressor. Okay, so we're going to go to the effects and we're going to hit the dynamics. Now there's dynamics processing and then there's regular dynamics. And we are going to do the regular dynamics because, again, we're going to keep this super simple and we can really go in and tweak it, all the details. My sound engineers, I feel you out there. But we're not trying to go to Audition or anything like that or any other external program. We're just trying to do it in-house. And right here, you know, we're editing this vlog. We want to do it very quickly and want to get it out, right? So we're going to dynamics, bring it out to the vocal track, and then we're gonna come down here, and we actually had a lot of that. So let's say, for example, the dynamics, we want to edit it, and then we want to hear it. Let's do the regular default, and
The last thing, we're just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then.
So what we want to do is, you can always kind of tweak it a little bit. We could do a light compression, like a 2-to-1 ratio, or 3-to-1, low threshold. We could do a soft knee. But for the example of speed and doing this quickly, we go to the presets, and then as you see, auto gate, all dynamics active, hard limiting, medium compression. We're going to do the soft compression, right? And then we're going to listen to it again.
The last thing, we're just gonna do some social media stuff in the morning, and then super excited.
And then we're going to do it on the second one as well. And you hear all these, the highs and lows are there no more. So we're going to do it again. Dynamics on the vocals. I think I might have had this one already for it. Dynamics processing, it's all good. So let's do it again. This is what it sounds like.
Excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the.
So we're going to do a soft compression. And we already had some dynamics processing in there for the enhanced, but let's see this out.
Excited. The best part is tomorrow, which is the part you get to get home.
Awesome. So everything is, all the super highs are compressed down, and then the lows are compressed to sound a little bit higher. So everything is completely uniform. All right. And compression is how you make cheap mics sound expensive and voices sound confident. All right. So it doesn't matter what you have. You could always tweak it in the program. All right. And again, you don't have to go to a sound engineering class. This is very, very simple to tweak. And your dialogue shouldn't get louder. It should get stronger. So it's not about the volumes or bringing this one up, this one down. It's about making everything completely even. And it's almost like it completely, it just came like that. Good editing doesn't stick out. The audience shouldn't be able to tell what you're changing. It should happen in the cutting room floor. All right. Now, let's recap it. So number one was constant power. Number two was, constant power equals smooth transitions. Number two is low pass, a cleaner mix for the track, whatever track music you're using. We can hear the vocals. And then the dynamics / compressor equals polished voice. All right. So these 3 tools alone, they will get your audio 70% of the way to pro quality inside Premiere Pro. Right. So it's everything inside. All right, so before your next edit, apply these 3 in this exact order. Your dialogue will sound cleaner, your music will sit better, and your video will instantly feel higher end. All right, that's the whole point. Make this sound super crisp and super profesh. All right, so if your audience can't hear you clearly, they won't keep watching. So keep that in mind. All right. So if you've used any of these, let me know. Make sure to comment. Make sure to like. And who knows, I might feature you next time on the live in some of your edits. All right, so I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for keeping up with me and showing me all that love.